In the near future, a hidden military base sat deep in the mountains of the western United States. This base was known only to a few. Inside its high-tech walls, scientists and engineers worked day and night on a top-secret project. This project was the creation of a new warship, a prototype designed to protect Earth from threats beyond the stars. Captain Alex Turner stood in the command center, looking at the large screen in front of him. The screen showed a digital model of the warship, named the Valor's Edge. It was sleek and powerful, unlike anything the world had ever seen. With sharp angles and a dark metallic surface, it looked ready to strike at any moment. Captain Turner felt a mix of pride and nervousness as he prepared for the ship's first test flight. Dr. Lily Carter, the lead scientist, entered the room. She was in her late 30s, with short brown hair and glasses that slipped down her nose. Her eyes sparkled with excitement as she approached Captain Turner. "Today's the day, Captain. You've worked so hard for this moment." "I know, Dr. Carter, but we need to be careful. This ship is untested. We don't know how it will perform in real conditions." Dr. Carter smiled. "It's why we're here. We've run simulations and tests. The energy weapon is ready. If everything goes according to plan, we will demonstrate our power today." Lieutenant Jake Morgan, a young pilot in his 20s, walked in next. He was eager and full of energy. "I'm ready to fly, Captain. Just give me the word." Turner looked at Jake, remembering the young pilot's quick reflexes and skills in the simulator. "I have faith in you, Lieutenant. Just remember, this is a prototype. We need to be careful." The crew gathered in the hangar where the Valor's Edge was docked. The hangar was buzzing with activity. Engineers made final checks on the ship, and technicians ran diagnostics to ensure everything was functioning. The atmosphere was tense, but filled with hope. As the crew boarded the ship, Alex felt a surge of determination. They were about to show the world what Earth could do. He took his seat in the command chair, and the crew settled in around him. Dr. Carter sat at her station, ready to monitor the ship's systems. "Ready for launch?" Jake announced, his voice steady. "All systems green," Dr. Carter confirmed. "Let's do this," Turner said, his heart racing. "Initiate launch sequence." The ship's engines roared to life, and the Valor's Edge lifted off. The ground felt powerful and alive as it ascended into the sky. The crew watched as Earth shrank below them, becoming a blue and green marble in the vastness of space. Once they reached orbit, the ship stabilized. Turner turned to Dr. Carter. "Let's run some tests on the energy weapon." Dr. Carter nodded and began to input commands. "Activating energy weapon system now." The ship hummed with energy as the weapon powered up. Glowing orb of light formed. In front of the ship, pulsing with raw energy, the crew watched in awe. Targeting system online," Dr. Carter said, her voice filled with excitement. "We can aim at the floating target we set up. Let's see what this thing can do," Turner said, feeling the thrill of the moment. "Firing in 3, 2, 1. "Now," Dr. Carter called out. The energy weapon fired, releasing a bolt of light that shot across the void of space. It struck the target with a brilliant flash and then disappeared. For a moment, there was silence. Then, the target exploded into a cloud of debris. The crew erupted in cheers, their excitement echoing through the ship. "That was incredible," Jake shouted, his face lit up with joy. "We did it," Turner smiled, feeling a wave of relief wash over him. "Excellent work, everyone. But let's not get too carried away. We still have more tests to conduct." As they continued their tests, the crew grew confident in the ship's abilities. The Valor's Edge responded well to commands, and the energy weapon was more powerful than they had imagined. The ship felt like an extension of their will, ready to protect Earth from any threat. Just then, the communications officer, Ensign Mia Lopez, interrupted their celebration. "Captain, we have incoming data. There's a fleet of ships approaching our location." Turner's expression changed. "Can you identify them?" Mia's fingers moved quickly across her console. "It looks like an alien fleet. They are on an intercept." Of course, the mood in the ship shifted from excitement to tension. The crew exchanged worried glances. This was not part of the plan. Prepare for evasive maneuvers, Turner ordered. Dr. Carter, can we get the energy weapon ready for combat? Yes, but we need to be careful, she replied, her voice steady but tense. We don't know how many ships there are or their capabilities. Turner took a deep breath. This was the moment they had trained for, but now it felt different. The reality of combat was closing in. Jake, I need you to keep us steady. Can't show any weakness. As the alien ships drew closer, the crew could see their dark silhouettes against the stars. They were massive and menacing, with sharp edges and glowing lights. Turner felt a chill run down his spine. Captain, they are hailing us, Mia said, her voice shaking slightly. Put them through, Turner commanded. A face appeared on the screen, an alien commander with sharp features and glowing eyes. Earth vessel, you are trespassing in our territory. Stand down and prepare for destruction. Turner felt anger rise within him. We will not back down. This is your only warning, the alien commander sneered. Your threats mean nothing. Prepare to be annihilated. With that, the communication cut off, and the alien fleet moved in. Turner's heart raced. They were outnumbered. But he knew they had something the enemy did not understand, a prototype warship with cutting-edge technology. Dr. Carter, can we fire the energy weapon? He asked. Not yet, she replied, her fingers flying over the controls. We need to wait for the right moment. The first shots from the alien ships lit up the space around them. The crew braced themselves. As the ship rocked from the impact, Turner shouted orders, his voice steady, even as chaos erupted around him. Brace for impact. Get us into a defensive position. Jake maneuvered the ship skillfully, dodging incoming fire. The crew worked together, each member focused on their tasks. The Valor's Edge was alive, and they were fighting for their lives. Now Dr. Carter shouted, Fire the energy weapon. Turner nodded, and Jake pulled the trigger. The energy weapon unleashed its power, striking the lead alien ship. The blast was blinding, and the ship exploded in a shower of debris. The crew cheered, but Turner knew this was just the beginning. The alien fleet was still coming, and they would not stop until Earth was destroyed. As the battle raged on, the Valor's Edge became a beacon of hope for humanity, ready to face the darkness that threatened to consume them all. The Valor's Edge shook as the alien ships closed in. Captain Alex Turner held tight to his command chair, his heart racing. The battle had begun, and they were outnumbered. He looked at his crew, who were focused and determined. Their job, and they were ready to fight for Earth. Status report. Turner shouted over the noise. Shields are holding at 70%. Dr. Lily Carter replied, her hands flying over the controls. The energy weapon is recharging, but it will be ready soon. Keep monitoring the enemy ships, Turner said. We need to know their movements. Lieutenant Jake Morgan piloted the ship with skill, weaving between incoming shots. Bright flashes filled the darkness of space as the alien ships fired their weapons. The crew could see the alien vessels clearly now. They were large, with dark metal surfaces and sharp angles that made them look menacing. 3 enemy ships are breaking away from the main group. Ensign Mia Lopez reported, They are coming straight for us. Prepare to engage, Turner ordered. We need to take them out before they reach our position. The crew moved swiftly, readying the ship for combat. Jake adjusted their course, aiming to intercept the alien ships. I have them in my sights, he said, his voice steady. Dr. Carter, charge the energy weapon, Turner commanded. We need to make our first shot count. Dr. Carter worked quickly. Energy weapon is almost fully charged. Just a few more seconds. The alien ships drew closer, and the tension in the cockpit grew. Turner could feel the weight of the moment. This was their chance to prove the Valor's Edge was more than just a prototype. It had to work. Now, Turner shouted as the nearest alien ship came into view. Fire. The energy weapon discharged, sending a brilliant beam of light toward the alien ship. The shot struck true, hitting the ship's core. The alien vessel exploded in a flash, scattering debris in all directions. Nice shot. Jake cheered, but there was no time to celebrate. The remaining 2 alien ships were still coming, and they were angry. Reinforcements are on the way, Mia warned. We need to move. Turner nodded. Engage evasive maneuvers, Jake. Let's not give them a chance to regroup. Jake piloted the ship in sharp turns, dodging incoming fire as the second alien ship opened fire. The cockpit rattled as laser beams whizzed past. The crew worked together, each member focused on their tasks. The ship felt alive, responding to their every command. Shields are holding. But they won't last long, Dr. Carter said. We need to finish this quickly. Focus fire on the second ship, Turner ordered. We can't let them regroup. Jake targeted the second alien ship. I have a lock. Firing now. The energy weapon fired again, striking the alien ship with a powerful blast. The ship shuddered but did not explode. Instead, it began to drift, damaged but still operational. Keep firing, Turner shouted, knowing they had to finish the job. The alien ship was vulnerable now, and they had to take advantage of it. Dr. Carter adjusted her controls again. The energy weapon charged once more. It's ready. We can fire again. Do it, Turner commanded. The weapon fired again, and this time the alien ship erupted in a fiery explosion. The crew cheered, their spirits lifting as they saw the enemy fall. Only one left, Mia said, her voice filled with determination. Let's finish this. But as they focused on the last ship, something unexpected happened. The remaining alien ship began to retreat, pulling back toward the rest of the fleet. Are they running? Jake asked, surprised. Turner frowned. They might be regrouping. We need to stay alert. Suddenly a voice crackled over the comms. It was the alien commander they had seen earlier. You may have destroyed my ships, but you will not escape this battle. We will return, and we will crush you. Turner narrowed his eyes. We're ready for you. We won't back down. The alien commander laughed, a cold and chilling sound. You think your little ship can defeat our entire fleet? You're foolish. The communication ended, and the alien ships began to regroup. Moving away from the Valor's edge, the crew watched as they formed a tight formation, readying for another assault. Captain, we need to make a decision, Dr. Carter said. They regroup. They will have a stronger attack. Turner felt the weight of leadership on his shoulders. We can't let them gather strength. We need to take the fight to them. Are you sure? Mia asked, concern in her voice. We may not be able to handle their full force. We have to try, Turner replied. We have the element of surprise. They don't know what we can really do. Jake nodded, his eyes bright with excitement. Let's do it, Kay Turner said, feeling a surge of confidence. Jake set a course for their formation. Dr. Carter, prepare the energy weapon for another attack. The crew moved quickly, and the Valor's edge sped toward the regrouping alien fleet. As they approached, the alien ships turned their attention. Back to them, weapons ready. Here we go, Turner said, bracing himself. Hold steady. The alien ships opened fire, and the cockpit filled with the bright flashes of laser beams. Jake maneuvered the ship, dodging the incoming attacks, but they were getting closer. Get the weapon ready, Turner shouted. Doctor, Carter worked frantically. It's charging, but we need more time. Just a little longer, Turner urged. He could see the alien ships preparing to fire again, their weapons glowing ominously. Now, Jake yelled as he made a sharp turn, putting the ship in position. The energy weapon charged and fired, hitting the lead alien ship. The blast was powerful, and the alien ship exploded in a brilliant flash. Good shot, Mia cheered, but there was no time to celebrate. The remaining ships were still coming at them, firing relentlessly. Captain, shields are down to 30%, Dr. Carter warned. Jake, we need to get out of here, Turner shouted. We can't take much more of this. On it, Jake replied, pulling the ship into a sharp turn, aimed for a nearby asteroid field. We'll use the asteroids for cover. The ship weaved through the asteroids, dodging lasers as they went. The crew worked together, communicating clearly as they navigated the dangerous terrain. Keep an eye on our pursuers, Turner said. We need to know where they are at all times. Mia focused on her console. They're following us, but they're having trouble navigating the field, good Turner said. If we can lose them here, we can regroup and plan our next move. As they flew through the asteroids, the alien ships struggled to keep up. Some of them collided with the massive rocks, explosions lighting up the dark space. The crew of the Valor's Edge felt a surge of hope. They were not just surviving. They were fighting back. In the chaos, Turner realized something important. They had the advantage of surprise and the prototype's capabilities. If they could outsmart the enemy, they might stand a chance. "Prepare for a counterattack," he said. "Once we lose them in the field, we'll come back out and hit them hard." As they navigated through the asteroids, the remaining alien ships started to fall behind. The crew worked together, each one playing their part in the fight for survival. Finally, they reached a point where they could regroup. The alien ships were not in sight, and the crew took a moment to catch their breath. "Good job, everyone," Turner said, feeling a sense of pride. "We've held our ground. But this isn't over yet. We need to plan our next move." Dr. Carter nodded. "We have a chance to turn this battle around. Let's make it count." After the intense battle, the crew of the Valor's Edge took a moment to breathe. Captain Alex Turner sat in his command chair, looking at the faces of his team. They were tired, but determined. One had fought bravely, and they had survived. "Against overwhelming odds?" "Status report," Turner said, his voice steady. Dr. Lily Carter checked her screens. "Shields are at 60%. Energy weapon is recharging, but it will be ready soon. We're in good shape considering the fight we just had." "Good," Turner replied. "We need to stay ready. The alien fleet will not give up easily." Just then, Ensign Mia Lopez spoke up. "Captain, we've received a communication from Earth Command. They want to know our status and what our next move will be." "Put them through," Turner ordered. The large screen in the cockpit flickered to life.
Showing General Samuel Press.
The leader of Earth's defense forces. He looked serious, his brow furrowed with concern. "Captain Turner, what is your current situation?" General Price asked, his voice firm. Turner took a deep breath. "General, we have engaged an alien fleet. We sustained some damage, but we are still operational. We managed to destroy 2 enemy ships and damaged another. However, they are regrouping and will likely attack again." General Price listened closely. "Do you have a plan for your next move?" "Yes, sir," Turner replied. "We want to take the fight back to them. We believe we can use the element of surprise to our advantage." "General." Price nodded. "I understand. But be careful. The alien fleet is larger than you think. If you go on the offensive, you must be prepared for a counterattack." "We will be ready, General," Turner assured him. "We have the technology and the will to fight." "Good luck, Captain. Earth is counting on you," Price said before. The screen went dark. Turner turned to his crew. "You all heard the General? It's up to us to protect our home. Cannot let the alien fleet reach Earth." Jake Morgan, the young pilot, clenched his fists. "Let's show them what the Valor's Edge can do." "Exactly," Turner said, feeling a surge of confidence in his crew. "Dr. Carter, prepare the energy weapon for another attack. Mia, keep an eye on their movements. We need to know when they are vulnerable." The crew sprang into action, each member focused on their tasks. Dr. Carter began charging the energy. Weapon again, her fingers moving quickly over the controls. Mia monitored the alien fleet, her eyes scanning the screens for any signs of movement. As they waited, Turner couldn't help but think about what was at stake. If they failed, Earth would be in danger. The thought weighed heavily on him, but he pushed it aside. They had to act. Jake set a course back toward the alien fleet, he ordered. "We will strike before they can regroup completely." "On it, Captain," Jake said, his hands steady on the controls. As they accelerated toward the alien ships, the tension in the cockpit rose. The crew was silent, each one lost in their thoughts. Finally, Mia broke the silence. "They are still regrouping. It seems they are waiting for orders from their commander." "Good," Turner said. "Let's catch them off guard." Approached the enemy fleet, now visible in the distance. The dark ships moved slowly, forming a tight formation.
Ace.
Turner could see the damage on some of them from their earlier fight. This was their chance. "Prepare to engage," he said, his voice steady. "Dr. Carter, is the energy weapon ready?" "Almost there," she replied, her eyes focused on the screen. "Once we get within range, I want you to fire at the lead ship. We need to break their formation." The crew nodded, determination on their faces. They were ready to fight. As they closed in, the alien ship suddenly shifted, sensing their approach. The formation broke apart, and the enemy began to prepare for battle. "Captain, they're moving!" Mia shouted. "They know we're here. Hold steady," Turner commanded. "Dr. Carter, fire the energy weapon." The weapon charged and fired, a brilliant beam of light shooting toward the lead alien ship. It struck with incredible force, and the ship exploded in a flash of light. The crew cheered, but there was no time to celebrate. "Keep firing," Turner shouted. "Jake, maneuver us to avoid their fire." Jake piloted the ship skillfully, dodging incoming shots as the remaining alien ships returned fire. The cockpit shook with the force of the blasts. The crew worked together, each member focused on their roles. "Shields are down to 40%, Dr. Carter warned. "We need to take out more of their ships." "Target the next ship," Turner ordered. "We have to keep pushing forward." Another beam from the energy weapon shot out, striking a second enemy ship, shuddered, and then blew apart, sending debris flying in all directions. "Nice shot," Mia cheered, her spirits lifting. But the remaining alien ships were regrouping again, preparing to launch a counterattack. Turner could see their weapons charging. "Jake, get us out of here," he shouted. "We need to retreat and regroup." "On it," Jake replied, pulling the ship into a sharp turn. The Valor's Edge sped away from the enemy ships, weaving through their fire. As they escaped, Turner felt a mix of relief and frustration. They had made progress, but they were not out of danger yet. "Let's find a place to hide," he said. "We need to assess our situation and come up with a new plan." They navigated through the asteroid field again, using the rocks for cover. Once they were in a safe spot, Turner turned to his crew. "Status report," he said, trying to remain calm. Dr. Carter checked her systems. "Shields are at 25%. The energy weapon is recharging, but we took some serious hits." Mia looked worried. "They are tracking us. The alien fleet is moving toward our last known position." "We need to think fast," Turner said. "If they find us here, we won't stand a chance." Jake spoke up. "What if we set a trap? We can fake a retreat and then ambush them when they come after us." Turner considered the idea. That could work. "If we can lead them into a vulnerable position, we can take them by surprise." Dr. Carter nodded. "We can use the asteroid field to our advantage. They won't know what hit them." "Let's do it," Turner decided. "Mia, monitor their movements and let us know when they are close. We need to be ready." The crew prepared for the plan, each one focused and determined. They would turn the tables on the alien fleet. As they waited, tension filled the cockpit. The crew knew this was their chance to take control of the battle. Finally, Mia shouted, "They're moving in." "They've split up to search for us now," Turner commanded. "Jake, take us out of hiding." The Valor's Edge emerged from the asteroid field, charging straight toward the nearest group of alien ships. "Dr. Carter, fire the energy weapon," Turner shouted as they closed in. The weapon fired again, hitting the lead ship and causing it to explode. The crew cheered, but Turner kept his focus. "Keep moving," he ordered.
We need to hit them hard and fast. As they dodged enemy.
"Fire." The crew worked like a well-oiled machine. They targeted ship after ship, taking down one enemy after another. The tide of the battle was turning. "Captain, we're making progress," Mia shouted, her excitement clear. "Don't let up," Turner said. "Keep pushing forward. We can win this." With each enemy ship they destroyed, the crew felt their confidence grow. They were no longer just defending, they were fighting back. But just as they began to feel victorious, the remaining alien ships began to regroup, focusing their fire on the Valor's Edge. "Shields are failing," Dr. Carter warned. "We need to retreat again." "No," Turner shouted. "We can't back down now. We have to finish this fight." With determination, they continued to fire, taking out as many enemy ships as they could. The Valor's Edge was battered, but not broken. In that moment, the crew knew they were fighting, not just for themselves, but for all of Earth. As explosions lit up the darkness of space, Turner felt a sense of hope. They could win this battle and the Valor's Edge. would become a symbol of humanity's strength and resilience. The Valor's Edge glided through the dark expanse of space, battered but still operational. Captain Alex Turner and his crew had rallied from their earlier skirmish with the alien fleet. The ship's systems hummed with life, and the crew was filled with a mix of determination and adrenaline. They were ready to face the enemy again. "Status report," Turner called out, his voice steady. Dr. Lily Carter was at her console, her fingers flying over the controls. "Shields are at 30%, and the energy weapon is fully charged. We can strike again," Good Turner replied. "Mia, keep tracking their movements. Need to know where they are at all times." Ensign Mia Lopez nodded, her eyes focused on the screens. "The alien fleet is regrouping. They seem to be forming a defensive line. They know we're coming." "Have to break through that line," Turner said firmly. "Prepare for an aggressive approach. We need to catch them off guard." Lieutenant Jake Morgan grinned. "I'm ready, Captain. We'll show them what the Valor's Edge can do." They approached the alien formation. Tension filled the cockpit. The crew had come too far to turn back now. They were ready to fight for Earth. "Get ready to fire the energy weapon," Turner ordered. "We'll take out their lead ship first." Charging the weapon, Dr. Carter responded, her focus intense. "It's almost ready." The alien ships came into view, dark silhouettes against the backdrop of stars. They were lined up, their weapons glowing ominously. Turner felt a knot in his stomach. This was the moment they had been waiting for. "Now," Turner shouted. "Fire." The energy weapon discharged, sending a brilliant beam of light toward the lead alien ship. It struck with incredible force, and the ship exploded in a massive flash. The shockwave rattled the Valor's Edge, but the crew cheered, their spirits lifting. "Direct hit," Mia exclaimed, her face lighting up with excitement. "Keep moving," Turner commanded. "We can't stop now." The remaining alien ships turned their attention to the Valor's Edge, their weapons firing in response. Bright lasers shot through space, and the cockpit shook from the impact. "Shields are down to 20%, Dr. Carter warned. "We need to avoid their fire." "Maneuver us through their formation," Turner ordered. With expert skill, Jake piloted the ship, weaving between the incoming blasts. The crew worked together, each member focused on their tasks. They'd trained for this, and now it was time to put their skills to the test. "Target the next ship," Turner shouted. Dr. Carter adjusted her controls, firing the energy weapon. The weapon fired again, striking another alien ship. It shuddered but did not explode. Instead, it began to drift, damaged but still operational. "Keep firing," Turner urged. "We need to take them down before they regroup." As they continued their assault, Turner felt a mix of hope and anxiety. They had the upper hand, but the battle was far from over. Remaining ships were regrouping, preparing for a counterattack. "Captain, they are forming a defensive line," Mia warned. "They are going to hit us hard. Prepare for evasive maneuvers," Turner commanded. "We can't let them corner us." Jake piloted the ship into a sharp turn, dodging incoming fire. The cockpit rattled as the alien ships unleashed their weapons. Turner focused on the battle, determined to lead his crew to victory. "Dr. Carter, is the energy weapon ready again?" he asked. "Yes, but we need a moment to recharge," she replied, her voice tense. "Let's buy some time," Turner said. "Mia, keep track of their movements. We need to know when they are vulnerable." As they maneuvered through the chaos, the alien ships began to close in. Turner could see their weapons charging, ready to fire. The crew was on high alert, their eyes fixed on the screens. "Now," Turner shouted suddenly, "fire the energy weapon." Dr. Carter activated the weapon, and it discharged again, hitting another alien ship. This time, the ship exploded in a shower of debris. "Nice shot," Jake cheered, but the battle was still raging. "More enemy ships are coming in," Mia warned. "Is sending reinforcements." Turner felt a surge of urgency. "We need to finish this quickly. We can't let them overwhelm us." As the alien ships advanced, Turner made a quick decision. "Jake, take us toward the asteroid field. We can use it as cover." "Great idea," Jake replied, steering the ship toward the field.
We can
"Hide and regroup. The Valor's Edge sped into the asteroid field, dodging lasers as they went. The large rocks provided some cover, and the crew took a moment to catch their breath. "Status report," Turner said, looking at each member of his crew. "Shields are down to 15%, Dr. Carter said, her voice steady. "We need to recharge and repair before we engage again." "Let's use this time wisely," Turner replied. "Mia, keep an eye on the enemy fleet. We need to know when they come back." As they waited, the crew worked quickly. Dr. Carter began repairs on the shields, while Mia monitored the alien movements. Jake kept the ship steady, ensuring they remained hidden in the asteroids. Finally, Mia spoke up. "They are regrouping. Looks like they are planning another attack." "Let's prepare for it," Turner said, feeling the weight of leadership. "We need to be ready to strike back before they can hit us." "Shields are recharging," Dr. Carter reported. "We should be ready soon." "Good," Turner said, his determination growing. "We'll wait for the right moment. Once they come into range, we'll hit them hard." The crew focused on their tasks, the atmosphere tense, but filled with purpose. They had come this far, and they were not about to give up now. As the alien ships moved closer, Turner felt a surge of adrenaline. "Now," he commanded, "let's show them what we can do." The Valor's Edge emerged from the asteroid field, charging toward the enemy fleet. The alien ships were caught off guard, not expecting an attack from behind the cover of the asteroids. Double quotes, "Dr. Carter, fire the energy weapon." Turner shouted. The weapon discharged, and a brilliant beam of light struck the nearest alien ship. It exploded, sending debris flying in all directions. "Keep firing," Turner urged. "We can't stop now." The crew worked together, their movements synchronized as they targeted ship after ship. The energy weapon fired again and again, taking down enemy vessels one by one. "Captain, we're making progress," Mia shouted, her excitement palpable. But just as they began to feel victorious, remaining alien ships regrouped, focusing. "Their fire on the Valor's Edge. Shields are failing," Dr. Carter warned. "We need to retreat again." "No," Turner shouted. "We can't back down now. We have to finish this fight." With determination, they continued to fire, taking out as many enemy ships as they could. The Valor's Edge was battered but not broken. Turner felt a sense of hope. They could win this battle. The Valor's Edge would become a symbol of humanity's strength. As explosions lit up the darkness of space, Turner shouted, "We will not give up. This is for Earth." With renewed energy, the crew pressed on, determined to show the alien fleet that humanity would fight back with everything they had. The battle raged on in the depths of space, the darkness lit only by the explosions of ships. Captain Alex Turner and his crew were relentless. They had fought bravely, and now victory was within reach. The Valor's Edge had become a symbol of hope, and its crew was determined to protect Earth at all costs. "Status report," Turner shouted, his voice cutting through the chaos in the cockpit. Dr. Lily Carter was focused on her screens, her brow furrowed. "We are down to 10% shields, Captain. Energy weapon is recharging, but we've taken out most of their fleet." "Good work, everyone," Turner said, feeling a surge of pride. "Let's finish this fight." Lieutenant Jake Morgan piloted the ship with skill, dodging incoming fire from the remaining alien ships. "I've got them in my sights, Captain. Can take out the last few ships if we stay focused." Ensign Mia Lopez monitored the enemy movements. "They are trying to regroup. If we can break their formation, we can take them down quickly."
Let's
"Do it," Turner commanded. "Jake, maneuver us into position. Dr. Carter, get the energy weapon ready." As they moved closer to the remaining alien ships, the crew felt a mix of fear and excitement. They had come so far, and now they were on the brink of victory. The alien ships were struggling to regroup, and this was their chance. "Firing the energy weapon?" Dr. Carter shouted as the weapon charged. A beam of light shot out, striking the nearest alien ship. It exploded in a brilliant flash. 2 ships down, Mia cheered, her voice filled with excitement. "Keep it up," Turner urged. "We're almost there." But just as they celebrated their success, the remaining alien ships turned their focus on the Valor's Edge. Lasers shot through space. The ship shook from the impacts. "Shields are failing," Dr. Carter warned. Out quickly, Jake. Keep us steady, Turner shouted. Can't let them overwhelm us. With determination, Jake piloted the ship, dodging incoming fire. The crew worked together, their movements synchronized. They fired at the remaining ships, one by one. Energy weapon charged. Dr. Carter called out. Do it, fire. Do it. Turner shouted. The weapon fired again, hitting another alien ship. It exploded, sending debris flying. The crew cheered, but there were still more ships left. Captain, there are 2 ships remaining, Mia reported. We can take them down. Turner nodded. Let's finish this. Target the closest ship. The Valor's Edge fired again, and the last 2 alien ships were hit. The cockpit filled with cheers as both ships exploded, leaving nothing but debris in their wake. We did it, Jake shouted, his face lit with joy. Turner felt a wave of relief wash over him. Great work, everyone. We fought hard, and we protected Earth. As the crew celebrated, Turner turned his attention to the screens. The alien fleet was in disarray, and the remaining ships were retreating. They had won the battle. General Price is hailing us, Mia said, her voice excited. He wants to talk. Put him through, Turner replied. The screen flickered to life, revealing General Price. His face showed relief and pride. Captain Turner, you did it. You and your crew have saved Earth. Thank you, General, Turner replied, a smile breaking across his face. We fought hard, and we were able to turn the tide. Your bravery will be remembered, General Price said. We will need to assess the damage and prepare for any further attacks. But for now, we celebrate this victory.
Oh.
The crew cheered, their spirits high. They had faced incredible odds and emerged victorious. But even in their joy, Turner knew there was still much work to be done. Let's stay alert, he said, looking at his crew. We need to remain vigilant. This victory is important, but we cannot let our guard down. As they navigated back toward Earth, the crew began to process what had happened. They had fought for their home, and now they were returning as heroes. The Valor's Edge had proven itself in battle, and its reputation would grow. Captain Weir. Approaching Earth, Mia said, her voice filled with excitement. Look at that view. Turning his gaze to the front of the ship, Turner saw the blue and green planet coming into view. It was beautiful and alive. The sight filled him with hope and determination. Prepare for landing, he commanded. Bring the Valor's Edge home. As they descended through the atmosphere, the crew felt a rush of emotion. They had survived, and they were returning to the people they had fought to protect. The ship touched down on the military base, and the crew quickly began to prepare for disembarkation. When the doors opened, they were met with applause. Soldiers, scientists, and civilians had gathered to welcome them back. The crew stepped out of the ship, smiles on their faces as they were greeted by their friends and families. Captain Turner, a voice called out. It was General Price, who approached with a proud look on his face. You and your crew are true heroes. You have inspired us all. Thank you, General, Turner said, shaking his hand. We couldn't have done it without the hard work and dedication of my team. As the crew stood together, they felt a sense of unity. They had faced the unknown, fought for their home, and emerged stronger. They had proven that humanity could stand together against any threat. Dr. Carter spoke up, her voice filled with emotion. We have a lot to do now. We need to analyze the data and prepare for any future encounters. Agreed, Turner said. This victory. We earned it. The crowd erupted in cheers, and the crew joined in the celebration. They were surrounded by friends and family, and the weight of the battle began to lift. They had fought for their home, and now they were back to protect it. As the sun set, painting the sky with shades of orange and purple, Turner reflected on the journey they had taken. The Valor's Edge was more than just a ship. It was a symbol of hope, courage, and resilience. We will face whatever comes next, he said to his crew, a smile on his face, together. And as they celebrated, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would always stand strong, united in their fight for humanity. The dawn of a new era was upon them, and they were ready to face it head-on.